Well, hello, my beautiful friends. How are y'all doing today? I hope everybody has had a great Friday. Thank you for being here. I love and appreciate y'all so much. Want to say hello to Miss Janice, our blue eyed girls. Hello, Lori. Wendy, how are you? Let's see. We got Hi, Donna. How are you doing? Hi, Blue Eyes. Hope you are much better. Wendy Lab. Hello. Let me see. Holly S. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. Elaine. Hello. Panda Bear's mom. How are you? Let's see. We got. Oh, it skipped. Hang tight. I don't want to miss nobody. We got Teresa in the house and Brandon E. Hello. Hello, Miss Magoo. How are you? Hi, Neuro V. How are you doing? Hi, Prayer Warrior. Hope you're doing good. Hello, Tina. How are you? Man, thank you all for being here. Hello, Miss Charlene. How are you doing? Hello, Bo. You take care of them bushes back there. Keep everybody in shape over there. Blue Eyes, you got pneumonia now? No. Oh, girl. Oh, I'm praying for you. Y'all keep Blue Eyes in your prayer. She sure needs it. She had the flu. Now she's got pneumonia. Bless her. High hope floats and dreaming of blue skies and sandy beaches. That's every day, isn't it? Let's see. Mari, how are you? Tam, how you doing? Thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Hi, Irony Rose. How are you? I hope everybody is doing super good today on this beautiful Friday. Let's see here. I'm trying to turn my light down over here. I got it too bright. Oh, sorry for no camera. I've been cleaning today. I look like a hot mess. But, well, guys, we got some stuff to listen to today. For those of you who were with us yesterday, I played a clip with Mr. Chris from another channel where he's very comfortable and he was very relaxed. And so I thought it was really interesting to see the difference. And also today we're going to listen to his alter ego. So here we go. We're going to do that. Hello, Anne. How are you? Did I miss anybody else coming in? Sorry if I did. I hope not. All right. I think we're good. All righty. Well, thank you all to everyone for being here listening. Thank you for those in the bushes. Anybody on replay? Oh, let's hide that one. Let's go up one. Hello, Opal. How are you doing? She's been a member for 4 months. Thank you, Opal. We love you so much for that. Hello, Belinda. Thanks for joining us. Thank you all for being here. So, today I got a few clips we're going to listen to, and then we're going to listen to Mr. Chris's alter ego when he's not so comfortable with who's on panel. Let's see here. Let's get started so we can get going. And let me get this fixed for us here. Hi, Granny to 13. How are you? Okay, guys. I am going to play something here. Hold on. Before we get started, I have a question I need to ask real quick. I was giving a copy of a post or someone's live or something. Anyways, it was in the chat, and I want to read to you it. See if anybody has heard this. Okay, let me see here. It says this was a post made. It says, in my opinion, the police audio, the first search is important as it says there was a cop of their own house not searched in the neighborhood. Okay, ready. Also, this is what we need to find out, guys. Also, there is a report on that where someone reported a van being seen with a boy in the van with a rag wrapped around his head. And then they put probably more, but that's what I remember. Has anyone heard of a van that had a boy in it with a rag wrapped around his head on the first day search? I have never heard this. And I wanted to ask you guys to see if y'all have heard it. Okay, no, not that part. Yeah, me neither. I haven't heard it. But that was a post that was in a chat. Okay. Something about a person with a bag. Okay. It was in the dispatch call that was out, Cat B. Okay. Okay. We'll have to listen to that dispatch call. Just a boy going fishing. Okay. So the dispatch call seems to be what we need to re listen to. Okay. All righty. So that's a start. We'll look into that for sure. But I would think if it was brought out, mentioned, it would have been talked about a lot because that's very suspicious. But I will definitely check into it. Okay, now, next. This is a clip. Most of you may have seen it already. We're going to play it again. This is something Hindsight put out. Guys, this is something. I want y'all to watch real close. And I'm going to read to you right now what it says at the bottom of this clip. Okay, Heather said, remember someone on a call said a teenage boy and a lady with a black bag on head, but when Ellie went to see, he was gone. Okay. Well, that helps, Heather. Okay. Thank you for the info. Okay, good deal. Okay, so it says this is what we're fixing to watch. And keep these words in your mind. There was a 4-minute, 31-second conversation that was never audibly heard, but is now clearly emotionally seen. Allegedly, was this child being told by his mother that he was going away that night? Keep that in mind, guys, as we listen or watch this. Let me put it up full screen for you. And this is Hindsight. Her channel is in the chat or in the description of the video for today. It's live. And at the bottom, you can see there it says, this child and his mother had a 3-minute, the one on screen says 30 seconds, 36 seconds. This one says 31. That was never audibly heard. Let's watch his mannerisms, watch his reaction. He looks very concerned. He looks very nervous, doesn't he? See how he scoots over towards the wall? What do you think, guys? Does that not bother you just a little bit? That really bothered me quite a bit. And I don't understand why But to me, he looked very uncomfortable. I don't know what that conversation was, but it just breaks my heart. He looked happy and content, but to zoom in on him and you could see his face, you see him twitch it. He was scooting, he was uncomfortable, he was something seemed to make him nervous. Yes, Retha, answers have to come very soon. You know, I wonder what that conversation was. I wonder what he was just told. But he became on high alert. And we saw as he was leaving, his mother unlocks the car door as she is standing there between the cars talking to Green Hoodie. He was on high alert at that time still. This child knew something was going to happen. Something was happening. I'm just not sure he knew what. Girl, blue eyes. Thank you so much. She said, Lolly, keep up the good work. We need to bring Sebastian home. We sure do. We sure do. Blue eyes, thank you, sweetheart. I love you so much for that. Guys, that video is just heartbreaking to see. I'm afraid this young man unfortunately knew something was going to happen. Something was about to change his world. Something was making him very, very uncomfortable. I hope he didn't know. Holly, thank you so much, sweetheart. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. You are so sweet. I love you. I appreciate you, Holly. Thank you for that. Yes, he looked like he withdrew within himself. Yes. It's like he wants to say something to the waitress, like, yeah, I agree with you. I just don't know. Hi, Rhonda. You're good. You're good. Hi, Mary. Everyone else that's come in, thank you for being here. I hope you just saw the video we watched. I hope y'all got to see that because that was clearly good catch by hindsight. And oh my goodness. How do you know that? Maybe he was nervous as he was getting ready to go meet someone. That's Katrina. That very well could be what it is. I just know that his actions there at the end was very alerting. He got very nervous. Even when the waitress walked up to the table, you could see him pull back to the corner of his booth there. He was uneasy. Yeah, Holly. I don't know, Holly. I question, did he make it home? I don't know. I sure wish we knew who the guy in the yellow jacket was for him to receive a picture of Sebastian. I really wished. Yeah, I agree, Neuro. His actions, they spoke very clearly. a lot of people do think he made it home. A lot of people don't, it's just kind of up in the air. But my thing is, I think he made it home and he was taken out of the home that evening or that early morning at 3:00. Oh, golly. So Justin did a poll last night. 79% believe that it was premeditated. I agree. I didn't always agree. I was always under the impression that something happened in the house that night. Things got out of control a little bit. But the 3:00 video, I just couldn't understand how quickly that could all be put together and orchestrated that way. But then I thought, I've never been in that situation, so I don't really know. But after seeing the Texas Roadhouse video and studying it as much as I have, Green Hoodie is not standing there waiting 2 minutes just to pass by Katie Proudfoot. They sit there. They had a conversation. There was something passed off, handed off, or exchanged in some way or another. Sebastian was on high alert while Mom is talking with Green Hoodie. We saw the man get out of the white truck after driving by 5 or 6 times. Once Katie parked, the white truck parallel parks behind her, gets out of the passenger side door, walks across, goes in. Yellow Jacket outside receives a text. It was compared. The text came from Katie. It looks to be. You have to stop and think of all the things. And it's almost obvious. In the 911 call, they mentioned the yellow raincoat? Huh. Justin, hello. How are you? Give Remy some lolly hugs. They did exchange something. Yes, I agree. I agree, guys. It just broke my heart to see that video. And, all credit to hindsight for putting that out there after him and his mother had a discussion. And we saw how she was talking to him, gesturing with her hand as, what don't you understand kind of thing, how mom does with their kids. But to see the minutes after that conversation, how uncomfortable he was, completely breaks my heart. Completely. Now, yesterday we listened to the chill, relaxed side of Chris Proudfoot. I'm going to play a short clip here that Shea Safe Place put out for us. And I tell you, I am so grateful for these people that pick out these little pieces that are important for us to hear. So credit goes to her. And I am going to share this with you and listen to the very first part of it, because Mr. Chris, I tell you what, he's a little different than he was yesterday, laid back, chill. Okay, let's hear this.
It's going to happen.
These type of situation. A lot of kids don't like that, and most of the kids talk about things that he's not into. He is very much, in a conversation, people talk about Minecraft, and most kids don't play the Minecraft. They're all playing whatever other games. Sebastian is very, driven into his conversation, so whatever he's talking about, if you're talking about something else, he tries to drive you back, and people just don't have that kind of an interest. At school, he's known for being in his pants.
Did y'all hear that? At school, Sebastian is known for peeing in his pants. Let's listen to that again. How disrespectful can a man be?
Into his conversation, so whatever he's talking about it. If you're talking about something else, he tries to drive you back, and people just don't have that kind of interest. At school, he's known for being in his pants. I mean, it's a number of things. He's very awkward, but he's cool.
You're so disrespectful to Sebastian.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If something tragic happens in people's lives, you should take the time to mourn, think, whatever. But at the same time, you have to get up and move on.
Right.
It's too easy for you to say that, Chris.
The other thing that was really kind of difficult to eliminate was the idea that he was a runaway. Because of the autism, that was a leading theory for many of us. And some of you might still believe that, and that's fine. Of course, when I first heard of the case at all, just locally in the news, that's what I thought had happened. This was an autistic child that wandered off.
We hear about it all the time.
Went to a river or a playground or whatever, and something happened to him. But now that we know that this is absolutely a criminal investigation with a detective that's assigned to it every single day for a year, well, he's not a runaway. At least believe.
Hey guys, why don't you look here on the right side of the screen how this man is standing? The man in the black shirt, Mr. Chris. See his feet? Isn't that exactly how the man in the black jacket and black pants that day at Texas Roadhouse standing the exact same way? Bingo. Oh, wait. On the left side of the screen is a black jacket. We need to go back and watch that, don't we?
Please don't believe that. And there's no reason for us to believe that either. He lives in an upscale neighborhood with cameras everywhere. He would have been caught if he had just walked out of that neighborhood. We haven't even seen all the camera angles and footage that are there. But the ones we've seen, we know he would have been picked up if he had walked through either the construction zone or out of the neighborhood. And
I was going to put that up so that you can.
Yeah. So in case you're still on the fence about this being a criminal investigation, there's all kinds of indicators that this is true, but it doesn't get any better than the lead detective on the case answering a citizen construction zone or out of the neighborhood. And
I was going to put that up so that you can.
yeah. So in case you're still on the fence about this being a criminal investigation, there's all kinds of indicators that this is true, but it doesn't get any better than the lead detective on the case answering a citizen with, "We can't tell anybody not to say anything. The only thing I can say is this is an ongoing criminal investigation. It's the only case I worked present day, Detective Brandon Carter with Sumner County Sheriff's Office." So there it is. I mean, it's a criminal investigation. So there's really, in my mind, it is blurry. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's really blurry. That's the only copy we have.
Yeah. So.
I can try to zoom in on it, maybe.
Yeah, and I'll read it again just in case you can't make it out. But it says this was in response to a citizen asking Detective Carter if they would tell the Proudfoot family not to say things about the investigation or not to talk. His answer was, "We can't tell anybody not to say anything. The only thing I can say is this is an ongoing criminal investigation. It's the only case I worked to present day." And that last line, "the only case I worked to present day," there is no world in which you would have a detective assigned to one case for a runaway teen. If you were a runaway teen, you would have looked into it for a couple of weeks, and then it would have been on a shelf, and he would have been like many of the thousands of other runaways with very little effort from the sheriff's office to locate him. But this is a criminal investigation with a full-time detective, meaning this is a very serious crime.
All right, guys. So, how'd you like that little conversation as far as him being known for peeing in his pants? Wait, let me see. I missed something here. Sorry, I was trying to do a screenshot here. Cecilia, look at you. She gifted a membership. Guys, if you were gifted that membership, please thank Cecilia for that. We love her and appreciate her for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I wanted to play that one because that very first part, we all know it's a criminal investigation at this point. But, blue eyes. The tattoo gets me. Girl, yes, it does. That tattoo, when I saw it, it broke my heart. And I remember the words of my tattoo guy. Caleb said, "Do you want the open heart with the cross?" And I was like, what? Yeah, it broke my heart. Hope Floats. Guys, she gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Hope Floats. Please tell her thank you if you were one that got a membership. Thank our beautiful Hope Floats for that. I appreciate that so much. You think it was a homemade one, Hope Floats? It may have been. She may have known somebody, huh? Well, I am working right now real quick on getting side by side of that. I'm going to work on that. But while I do, I'm going to play next for us to listen to the alter ego of Mr. Chris. Yeah, you would have thought it would, Miss Keto. Yeah. Dreaming of blue skies and sandy beaches. She said, "What does the open heart with cross mean?" When I lost my son, I went in to get a tattoo for him, but it was his handwriting in the first couple of verses of a song that he had written. And my tattoo guy, Caleb, asked me, he said, "Do you want the open heart with the cross?" I said, "What?" I said, "What's that?" And he showed me a picture real quick. And he said, "It means I'll hold you in my heart until we meet in heaven." That's a basic general. And he said it's the number one tattoo people get when losing a loved one. And basically, it's your heart is connected to heaven now. So, anyways, that's, what I was told. And that's what broke my heart. Doesn't know, I cannot say that's what Katie got it for, and I cannot say that is the meaning of her tattoo. I'm just saying that's what they told me. TJ, you still moving stuff, girl. Bless you. No problem. All righty, guys. Well, we're going to listen to a little bit. We're not going to be long on it, but I want to go to hear Mr. Chris's alter ego from what we heard yesterday. This is from Websleuthing. This was done a good while back. And yeah, let's listen to the difference when he talks to somebody from our side of the street, people that question him. Because yesterday, no one questioned him. They helped explain what he meant. So here we go. Let's listen to this. And let's check real quick. This was done 10 months ago. Okay. No, sorry. Let's go back. I had it at the right place and everything. Hang tight, guys, if we lost.
That he wants to get across on webslueths.com, the big, huge discussion forum that we have.
Hang on, we're going to go down here. Let me see if we can find it. Right about here. All right, guys, here we go. Let's listen to the difference.
Our show.
No crappy comments, please, okay?
Right.
No
this
crappy.
Is about a missing child,
right.
And that's all that matters.
And we will always be polite to our guests. Okay, so who do we have here? Who do we have here? I've put you on the platform.
You have me and Chris.
Hi, Chris
Me,
Proudfoot.
Chris.
I really appreciate you coming here. I'm going to change the banner really quickly so everybody knows it's you. But I don't know how long you've been listening.
Long enough.
Okay, you sound angry. Talk to me.
Well, Terry.
Talk to me. We don't want to get you. The last thing we want to do, Chris, is cause problems between you and Seth. I swear to God.
Well,
So
I can understand that, but let me help you with something.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of the information that I've been listening to on your show, coming from Chloe, the questions that are coming through people, it's very sickening and disgusting, to be personally honest with you.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So let me go ahead and address a few things and help y'all out.
Okay.
Chloe, you're the PI. I haven't had a chance to talk to you. You haven't even called me. You ain't done anything, first off.
Heather has
Heather
been
is the only one. Heather is the only one who has reached out to me or to my wife.
I
So for you to
actually
sit on the
reached
show
out to you
and sit here
a month or
and give
so ago.
information that you have, that you don't have all the answers to, is a problem.
Okay, well, Chris, help us understand, because I know Chloe, and Chloe wants to help. And the last thing Chloe would do is want to put out misinformation. And the problem is...
Okay, I understand that. So let me just smash something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, first and foremost, anything that goes on between me and my wife is not a damn bit of anybody's personal business. I don't care what you think. I don't care what y'all got to say. That'd be like me splashing all your business out to the world.
He's a little
It
cranky.
does not matter what goes on in my house. We're looking for my son. That's real simple.
Your stepson, right.
It doesn't matter. Stepson, my son. All the kids are treated as
Edgar
if they
was
are
live
own.
yesterday.
There is no title, a stepson, a son. It does not matter. That boy is loved.
Hold on, hold up. Justin, where was he live at yesterday? Justin, you're supposed to send me all the good info. No, yesterday. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, yesterday we listened to Edgar while he was on QB's channel, and it was laid back. It was relaxed. This was 9 months ago. I think that that recording was, but we're playing the difference between when he's on panel with people who help him explain away what he means. They helped him to explain exactly what he was trying to say, because it wasn't making no sense. And then today we're seeing his alter ego. That's what it is. So that's what we're playing today. No, I don't think he will. I don't think either one of them will. I hope not. They need to hurry up and get some grace.
Just like he's my own. Just like he's my own.
Okay, Chris, may I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've been doing this for a long time, and let me tell you why people are asking personal questions about you and your wife. Okay, it's because of the situation in which Sebastian has gone missing, and they're wondering if whatever happened between you and your wife, does it have something to do with Sebastian going missing? I swear to you, it's not to be nosy. It's not to be rude. It's just trying to figure out what happened to Sebastian. And
okay, so let me make this even crystal clear for you.
Okay.
And everybody out there that's got all these negativity, disgusting comments and questions that y'all think you know anything about, when honestly, you don't know a damn thing. And that's the problem. You assume, you speculate, all this crap. You have no idea what me, my family, my wife, everybody involved is going through, to include Seth, his mom, and everybody else.
Okay.
Because it's the vile, disgusting crap that comes out of people's mouth. Yes, I'm a very pissed off stepfather to this whole situation.
Okay, and I understand, and I hear what you're saying. But again...
So let me help y'all something.
Okay.
Y'all said some shit that's really, it's really none of your damn business, but since you brought it up, I'm clear.
Okay.
My parents didn't go to Alaska 2 days after he went missing.
I don't think
Why my
anybody
parents
said
went
that.
to Alaska was because my stepfather went for work.
Okay, nobody said they went 2 days after he went missing.
Oh no, it's out there, trust me, because I have
Okay,
terabytes.
I did not say that.
Nobody
I didn't say
said that
you.
here. Okay.
I said people.
Okay.
Now I have terabytes of videos of Seth on here saying some vile stuff. I've got videos of everybody and their comments out here.
But
Trust me, what I'm bringing to you is not that I'm just pulling stuff out of the air.
I understand. No, And Chris, I'm glad you cleared that up. That's a
So,
good.
by the way, they didn't go for a month.
Okay.
They went for 2 weeks. My stepdad went on business. My mom went with him, but it's really nobody's business.
Well, but Chris, let me, and please understand. I swear to God, I'm coming from a place of understanding because I've been doing this for years. Okay. Here's the thing: when you ask the public for help, they're going to look at everything and try and figure out what happened to Sebastian. And let me tell, from an outsider looking in, it's okay. His parents left town shortly after. Was there a reason? Did they take Sebastian with him? It is speculation that I am sorry it's hurtful to you, and I understand it. And that's why it's important that you clear it up. Just clear it up. Nobody's trying to be hurtful or mean. I promise you, we've all been asked to help find Sebastian. And this is what we do. We try and think outside the box. We try and ask questions and think outside the box and figure out what has gone on.
But
It is
your
not
problem with
meant.
thinking outside of the box
Mhm.
does nothing but cause speculation. And it causes people to call in tips that don't mean anything, that you're taking sources away from the investigation because Joe Schmo down the street thinks that my family owns a cemetery. We own a funeral home. Like, where in the hell do you get up with this stuff?
Okay.
Not you. I'm saying the public.
And so that, Chris, that's why it is great that you're here, because we want to clear this up and help you get it out. And I'm going to tell you something, Chris, when it comes to the general public, they're always going to be calling in crazy tips and doing crappy things. And all we can do is say, that's not us.
Lord of mercy. I tell you, he makes your blood boil, doesn't he, Lord? Bo, yeah, for sure. And who was it a while ago said that poor Tina girl, that poor cat knew CP isn't a good guy. He wanted out ASAP. Holly, he has no self-control at all. None. You know, we're not going to listen to this much longer. I just wanted to prove a point here more than anything. Guys, it's a whole different story when Mr. Chris goes on panel with people that stroke his ego. When he goes up on panel with people that he invites into his living room. We heard that yesterday. He was so laid back, chill, blah, blah. And today, he instantly had an attitude when he came up. You know, the difference from that we listened to and the one we listened to yesterday. Yesterday, when he would say something or explain something, the panel helped him make it make sense. Today's video, we hear a question. He's already angry. He's already pissed off. He's already in that mood. And if people want to sit here and play both sides, you know, there's this side, there's that side. Well, just to make it clear to everyone, we over here on our side did not create the other side. We are going to ask questions when things do not make sense. Because when something doesn't make sense, you ask questions. You want to know, you want to have it explained to you so that you can get it. You can understand it. You can figure that out. But no, the other side helps everyone to understand, and they make the story fit and make sense. But here we are over here trying to figure it out, trying to make it make sense why the mother and the stepfather never have the same story to tell. Yesterday, he explained that, although the mother might tell a story, and in one thing she doesn't mention the thud, and the next story she doesn't mean it didn't happen. Well, the fact of the matter is, if it happened, it happened. That's part of the truth. But yet, when we get a story from the mother that she is talking to her husband until midnight, another time we find out she was sleeping at 10:30 on the couch while talking to her husband till midnight, and a whole different time we find out she's studying for a test that she has or homework she has coming up from DeVry University in business administration. How is it possible that all three things exist, but none of those were mentioned in the very first live? We never heard that Sebastian actually spoke after being told to go to bed until later on. Just like their last interviews we heard them adapt everything that we've been questioning for the past 9 months while mom was not speaking. Each time she told a story, we would listen. Each time her story came out, we questioned it. We have a right to question. We have a right to ask questions. Why was it that this didn't happen the first time, but the second time, now you're telling us it happened, but the fourth time, it's a whole different version? I honestly believe, and in my opinion, I feel like the mother has adapted her story according to our questions we've been asking all along. Why did she say this? Why did it only take her 3 minutes to wake up, do all the things for herself that she needed to do before she went to wake up her son, and look all around this over 3,000 square foot home inside and out before she's on the phone 3 minutes later in her car talking to her husband? That doesn't make sense. So she tells the news reporter it was around 6:30. She tells in one interview she looked what felt like forever. But she said it was around 1 minute she looked. What mom is going to get in her car and take off? And I ask this question seriously. After 1 minute, you're going to jump in your car and take off, when in the same conversation, you're telling us that he likes to hide places and jump out and scare you. So why not check every closet? Why not check every cabinet? Why not check under each and every bed, behind a door, behind the curtains, behind the tables? Because that would take longer than 1 minute. And she actually, in my opinion, knew exactly where he was at that moment. I'll be honest though, I have questioned lately, does she actually know, or at first, did she actually know what happened once he left her home? Because if it was her that ran back to the home that night with the flashlight, she might have been able to have just assumed he was going to be taken somewhere safe. I don't know, folks. I don't know what the story is, but I'm going to tell you right now, her and Mr. Chris, without a doubt, know exactly what happened at 3:00 in the morning in their neighborhood when lights came from their backyard to a waiting car and back to their backyard. And yet they want to tell us it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's just a trash truck. We heard that yesterday, him explaining it was the lights from a trash truck that was at the top of the hill. Come on, people. Trash truck lights do not separate and one go back to the person's home in their backyard. That is physically not possible for a trash truck to do. But I believe with all my heart that somehow, some way, Sebastian was carried out of that home. It is the only thing that logically makes sense. We know there's no sighting on any video camera. We know there is no footprints, no scent of Sebastian leaving that home at all. So what is the possibility of him leaving the house? It's very high. But only if he was taken out either in his mother's car that was in the garage or carried across the common space and put into a waiting car and taken out that way. It's the only logical thing that would make sense. And they always say that the obvious is right in front of your face. That what makes sense will lead you to the answer. Well, it doesn't make sense that there is no footprints. There is no dog scent. Out of 18 dogs, there was no scent of Sebastian anywhere. I don't care what Mr. Chris says. What I care about is that law enforcement tells us there was no sighting of Sebastian, no scent of Sebastian. That's what we know. And Mr. Chris's story of the footprints and the scent that follows along the side of his house across to the common area. That puts him being at a whole different location than where the flashlight videos would have been going. It takes him a whole different angle over towards the construction site. Let's get away from the backyard here, folks. Let's go over here to the construction site. That's his intent. He can dispute the light video at 3 a.m. all he wants. But our eyes see activity coming from their backyard to a waiting car that has headlights and a tail light. And guys, we only see a short clip of that video. Could you imagine what law enforcement knows? Could you just imagine the whole entire video, their technology, and knowing all the things and what to look for, what they actually can see? But maybe there's more than just mom and stepdad involved. Maybe it's quite a lot larger in size as far as people involved. Maybe that's what they're working on. Maybe that's how they're trying to connect the pieces. And I'll tell you right now, Mr. Chris's mommy will not protect Sebastian's mother when it comes down to it. It's not going to happen. But guys, we have a stepfather who just yesterday gave a creator from the other side pictures of Sebastian to put out now. New pictures that we haven't seen. We know what he looks like. We know what he used to look like. My question is, I want to see what he looked like just hours before he went missing, so I actually know what to look for, because he has changed so much since we've all seen the pictures of him younger. You know, this is the same mother and stepfather that was told by Fox News months and months and months ago to give them 5 pictures of Sebastian. While they did their interview, they would display those pictures. One was a video. 3 were pictures of Sebastian, very young, very, very young. And 1 picture didn't even have Sebastian in it. Folks, I'm not joking with you when I say it's uncalled for a mother of a missing child to put out this picture on Fox News interview. Those 3 kids, none of them are Sebastian. None of them are. How does that picture that was put out on Fox News help us to identify Sebastian? It doesn't. It does not. That is not okay. That's how bad this picture represents, how bad this mother was wanting her child found. She puts out a picture without her son in it. Well, Retha, none of us have seen that picture that Katie took of. Oh, you're asking about CP and KP. I would just say the latest video that they did. You could see it. WMVN or something like that. Yeah, who is in the picture? I don't know, but it's not Sebastian. Sebastian, there was a picture of these three boys and Sebastian standing together. The little boy on the right had the Cat in the Hat suit on. Sebastian was standing in the picture with the boys. He's not in this picture. This picture right here helps us none whatsoever. But while we were listening to Webslueths, let's see if we can see anything off of this. And this was just done real quick like. Look at there, look at there, look at there. Black shoes, same stand. Can you see that, guys? The picture on the right is the man leaning against the concrete post at the front door of Texas Roadhouse just minutes before Katie Proudfoot pulls up into the parking spot. The one on the left behind Mrs. E, there you see the feet crossed. You see the tennis shoes are the same. That is Chris Proudfoot at the Harley shop while a vigil was going on for Sebastian. I will get a better shot of that picture because I have it somewhere. I was just trying to do that real quick. But yeah, the stand is very, very, very close to the being the same. I will. Guys, just tomorrow when we come live, I will have the shoes in better. I'll have all the bottom things taken off. And I will have a better picture up there. Okay. But just wanted to show you a little something there. They both men stand the same way. But I will have it fixed better for you, I promise. We will look at that tomorrow and look at that first part of Texas Roadhouse. So, well, guys, I am going to get off of here. We're going to cut it a little short today. And we're about a little over an hour, just a tiny over an hour. So, but I will do some better comparison with that picture. I just wanted to do something real quick. But we will look at the very first part of the Texas Roadhouse video where he is standing there by the concrete pillar. Do a comparison side by side. Was Mr. Chris at the Texas Roadhouse? Is it possible? At this point, anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible. Because who would have thought that Mr. Yellow Jacket Raincoat Man would be receiving a text from Katie Proudfoot with Sebastian's picture? So yeah, when it comes to Texas Roadhouse, I am very, very suspicious. And guys, tomorrow we'll go over some more stuff. You do have to have your mind open and for all the possibilities with this case, for sure. This is not a good cut and dry case at all. But just remember, our goal is always for Sebastian. Our goal is always to keep information out there, to look into things, and to ask questions. And if it's too hard for someone to answer a question without an attitude, that just makes you ask why, right? But yes, set yourself free. The truth is coming to the light. Yes, yes, yes. All righty, guys. Well, I'm going to get off of here, let y'all stretch your legs and get ready for a good evening of content. everybody has ready for tonight. Have a super great Friday night, guys. And we will be back tomorrow. Love and hugs, everyone.